Welcome to this week's episode of Azentuary. We left off last time having saved Kasros, returning his previously nearly lifeless body back to the tavern and nursing him back to health through healing. Or was that Alpha that took him? Whatever. Doesn't matter. You guys are in Sigil. You're halfway through your quest for your improved weapons.
Yes, that's right. And I think now we need to head to Shurrock for some ore. And if I
That was
remember
the plan.
correctly, I have a bone pickaxe for that, right?
You do.
Yep. Okay.
You've got a bone to pick with that.
That's right.
So
anyway.
God. All right.
Yes.
So I think we are going to go ahead to the ladies' ward, if I'm correct.
Yes, you were on your way there last time. You were walking through on the way to the portal when Kasros got distracted.
Yes.
Sorry. Saw a hand in tree. Had to grab.
So
we've all had a night to heal, so we should be all back up to normal. So
yes, everyone should have the benefits of a full rest right now.
And full recuperation from thanks to the priests. No curses,
yes.
No other stuff.
Exactly. So basically everything's at max.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right, then let us continue our interrupted quest.
Okay. Well, you head over and into the ladies' ward, kind of looking at your map. You find a alleyway that kind of goes along the side of a temple, which has an arrow on it. And following that, you find what looks like almost like a Roman-style wading pool, like a statue in the middle of some kind of a humanoid animal pouring water into a large basin. It's, try and think, maybe 30 feet in diameter, brilliant stone, crystal clear water. In fact, you look inside, you don't even see the bottom, you just see some water.
Okay. Is there anything about this that kind of gives us a clue as to what it's for, or what it is, what it does?
There's nothing written anywhere. If you're looking for a sign with like an arrow or something, you don't see one.
Right. Okay. What is the statue of?
A kind of a mixed creature, like a human animal.
Okay.
And it's constantly pouring water into the pool, though the pool never seems to overflow.
Is it a mermaid?
No, it is not.
Oh. Nature check!
It's more of a... Think of like a cryptid. That would be a good example.
Nessie.
No, more like, what did they do in that one movie? You get like a lion, when when a person and a human and a lion come together, but this time it looks almost like a gnome and a lion.
Intriguing.
A nomatar.
Yeah, it's like a nomatar.
A nomatar. All right. Got it. I'm just trying to. I mean, I guess I'm really confused. What do we know about the plane of Shurrock?
I don't believe you've actually gone around and asked anyone.
All right, let us kind of see here. Isn't there a library around here somewhere?
It's on the other side of Sigil from where you're at. It'd be a walk to get there. I mean, you're almost 180 degrees from it.
Okay. So this is just a random statue in a random pool in a random alley?
Well, your map does say this is where the portal is.
Oh, okay. The map does. All right. Okay. Casseros.
Are there any small stones nearby?
Sure, you can usually find a pebble.
All right. Alpha goes and picks up a pebble and tosses it into the pool.
There's a plop, and it disappears from sight.
So normal pool stuff.
All right. So tell you what. Let us get out the rope. We will tie a rope to Casseros. Since you're the only one that can wild shape into like a fish or a porpoise or a dolphin or something.
You can't get this over audio recording, but Dane just says, so we'll tie a rope to Castors, and I look up very slowly. So you choose. So I was just recuperated, and you choose me to go dive into some mystery pool.
Well,
Yes.
yes.
Alright. Sounds fun.
Say better than you than a fully armored dwarf that probably can't swim.
Hey, you'll sink very well, though. You'll be at the bottom in no time.
Okay, we can tie a rope to me then and pull me out if something goes wrong.
No, it's fine. One sec, let me think of a fish or a useful.
So I wouldn't wild shape unless you got in trouble.
True. Let me
So-
just think of one. Have it ready.
Okay.
Alright, so I guess I'm cannon fodder. Okay.
All right.
You're so dramatic.
I am. Rope me up.
So when you wild shape, does the rope become part of your wild shaped body, or
I can choose to make it so that my anything that's attached to me either will fall off me or stay the same. But I don't think I can pick and choose what does that. So most of the time I just choose for my weapons and stuff to just morph into my body. That's one of the options. Or I can just have it remain physical and it just falls off of me.
Hmm.
I don't think I can pick and choose though. So I might
This should
have
be
to
interesting?
strip naked.
Huh. All right. Okay. Well, you guys, I guess, wrap up the rope, and then what do? Just jump in, or?
Yeah, I would say kind of jump in and then see if it's like a normal pool, or you see if you get sucked down.
Okay.
All right. So, Castros, you just jump over the edge and into the
You?
pool. All
I
right.
do
So
have
you
a
alley
query.
up, and go ahead.
Why is it that after all this time, I am the only one who continues to carry rope regularly?
Because you have rope, and we don't need 2 ropes.
Or 4.
How much rope do you think you need?
Well, given the fact that we do end up getting separated from time to time, I would assume having some flexibility in our ability to apply rope to useful situations could be beneficial.
You do make a good point. However, we are unable to act on your query at this moment. Please leave a message and we will get back to your answer later.
Alpha considers
we-
leaving a message. Starts writing a message. I guess.
Well, as you consider that, we pick back up with Castros midair.
Can't really do much about it at the moment, so you're gonna have to wait.
Well, there's been times when I've wanted to go get rope, and you're like, "Why would you get rope? I already have some." Okay.
That is also true. That is
Cool.
true. That is also true. Anyways,
Well, you jump in and immediately disappear below the surface.
Okay. Does the rope get hot?
It goes through, and I won't describe what on the other side, but you do, after a minute, feel a couple of tugs from Castros. Basically, like an all is well.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm assuming that means that this is the actual portal. So then, Dane will jump in. Oh,
Geronimo.
The others.
Away
Okay.
we go.
All right. Well, I assume that means everyone jumps in.
Yeah.
You all.
Well, no. Alpha looks for a place to tie off the rope first before jumping in.
Oh, very
You
smart.
just like tie it to the statue.
The campaign.
Okay, you go ahead and
how else are we going to get back up? We don't know what's on the other side.
True. I
Well-
turn into water elemental and carry us all to safety.
oh, there you go.
Anyways.
All right. Well, you all jump through, and you actually find yourself standing more or less in the middle of a huge meadow. To the distance around you is a massive forest. You are in the middle of a pool that is relatively shallow, maybe shin deep. And other than that, you feel surprisingly dry, almost like the water just fell off of you.
Okay, good to know.
The the weather seems mild. The sun is kind of soft against your skin. Yada yada.
Nice.
Nice. It feels fake.
All right, so is there anything? Do we see anything in the distance or anything like that?
You just see some forests. Though as you look around and you look up, you realize that above you can see basically a mountain range. So like there's two layers. There's the ground below your feet and the ground up over your head with miles in between.
Interesting. So it's like we are in the middle, or you're on one side of a snow globe.
Yes.
Okay.
Fun.
All right. Well, I guess let's just kind of pick a direction and walk. I'm assuming that if we walk far enough, we'll eventually kind of go around and get into the mountain range.
Oh, all right. Well, you take a few steps in your random direction and you hear a voice. Oh! Who are you? What you doing there?
What you doing down there?
Hey, do you know the whereabouts of Nessie? Sorry. I'm still on the cryptid thing.
All right. I look around. Do I see anybody or anything?
At first, you don't. You just hear the voice. And it takes you... Here, roll a perception. Actually, you're investigating. Roll an investigation.
I look down. It might be really, really short.
Investigation 17.
17. You triangulate the voice from where you hear it, and there's kind of a rock over to your right. And it didn't seem that big, but when you go and look, you see a guy kind of sitting on the ground, looking away from you and talking. Like he's aware you're there without even looking at you. But you couldn't see him because he was sitting down.
Does he kind of blend in with the rock?
Yeah, he's definitely a dwarf.
Oh, he's a dwarf. I thought maybe he was a gnome or something. All right.
No, you can tell he's a dwarf.
Okay. Dane goes up to him and
This was
says,
the beard that gave it away.
"We are here on a mining expedition."
He kind of cocks his head and then looks at you. Oh, well, why didn't you say so? So, who are you? Ah, you're a fellow dwarf. What's your name?
Oh, he seems friendly.
Dane Stonemaster.
Stonemaster. I don't particularly know that line. But good
Yeah,
to see you here.
Yep. We're not from around here, so.
Well, neither am I. I just ended up here.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Name's Gorm.
Nice to meet you. So what are you doing here?
Oh, well, See, I watch out for the little people. And this is basically the plane of the gnomes. So, since I was protector of the dwarves, I figured come up here and be protector of the gnomes too.
Oh, sounds good. Yes, we are looking to mine some ore from Shurok here.
Oh, well, you're not getting it here. This is Dothian. Sherlock's up there. He points straight up.
I figured. Okay. How do we get there?
Oh, well, there's a couple ways. You can go down that way, and he just gives you a point. Says you might be able to get one of the airships, take you up there. It's a mighty rough ride, though. The other way is over there, and he kind of points the opposite direction. Well, you climb up the unnameable mountain. Once you get to the top, you give yourself a little jump, and you flip down, you climb down the other side.
All right.
Question. Why is this called the Unnameable Mountain?
Because no one can name it.
But by naming it the Unnameable Mountain, does it not have a name?
Well, it kind of does, but if you just keep saying the unnameable mountain, people always try to give it a name, and then they can't give it a name.
I name it
Curious.
Ted.
See, you can call it that, but the moment you go and say, I named it that to someone around here, all they'll hear is static. It just doesn't work.
Okay. Got it.
I like this mystical names.
Or new names.
So we call it the Static Mountain.
Sure, you can call it that, but all the people will hear is a bunch of white noise. You know, like when you kind of breathe out while gargling.
So that shall be the name.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I like this mountain.
All right. Well, if you were going to go to Shurok, which route would you take? Would you go by airship or would you climb the unnameable mountain?
Ugh, I don't go there. I'd just stay here and hang out with the gnomes.
Oh, I said if you were going to go.
Well, I like to keep my feet on the ground as a dwarf, so I'd probably go for a climb. But, I mean, it would be a lot easier just to take the airship, because, like I said, seems dangerous. I watch them all the time. They're dropping stuff. Ugh, the whole idea just scares the hell out of me.
Okay. All right. Well,
How much for a ride in the airship?
I don't know.
yeah, we would actually have to go and ask them.
Maybe he'd know.
All right. Well, thank you, Sir Dwarf. I guess I shall confer with my companions and we'll see which we would rather do.
Right on. Well, why don't you do that over there? Lead me to my rock. And he just kind of...
And might I
You
say,
see
it's
him.
a very nice rock.
Ah, thank you. You kind of see him relax back, and it's almost like his beard shimmers into the color of the rock, and he looks like he is perfectly camouflaged into this piece of stone.
Okay.
Good for him. He's living life.
All right, guys. So,
I vote for airship. If things go wrong, I at least can survive.
thanks, Castros. Ray,
I don't really have a preference.
Alpha.
Naturally, I wish to see these creations.
Okay, so you want to go by airship?
Of course.
All right. Well then,
That's true. I'll have to see how he did airship. How much carbon dioxide does the airship release? Is it good for the environment? Is it eco-friendly? Or is it just a hunk of metal that only serves to ruin nature as it
I don't know. We haven't seen them yet.
Hmm.
I'm guessing
Well-
it's a wooden ship with a big bag attached to it.
You think like, oh, the movie Stardust.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, like the pirate ship, but with like hot air balloons on the top, or maybe more like a Zeppelin shape. Some big bladder that can lift a ship off the ground.
With hydrogen in it. Because,
Yeah.
that's explosive.
I'll allow
Well,
it.
it's less explosive than other things, but um, I mean, it's the cool thing about hydrogen is because it's so light, it tries to go up immediately. So as it burns, it tries to get away from you, which is kind of cool because we tend to fall. But anyway,
Yes.
uh, yeah. So no, I'd say it's probably pretty eco-friendly. Probably mostly renewables used for like the construction. I don't think they'd make it out of like lead or something like that.
I mean, I guess if the land looks as pretty as it does, it can't be too harmful, at least yet.
Yeah, I mean, if you made a Led Zeppelin, that thing would sink like a rock. I mean, talk about instantly finding your stairway to heaven. You'd just nosedive.
Wah,
Alright,
wah.
anyway. Okay, so let's just go in the direction of the airships.
Okay,
If I
you
find
go
a
walking that.
different might after we fit.
You're
Crap,
such
I lost you.
gross.
I don't think I'm joking.
No, I don't think you're joking. I think you're a goofball.
Say that until you hear the screams of many as the balloons you so love and admire go up in flames.
Oh, Castros, get a grip. Alright, anyway. Let's
All
just
right,
go.
you go in that direction for a while, and you do find that in the wood here is thick and lush, but there is a pathway that can pretty easily be followed. Obviously, one that has been tread many times. And after what seems like hours of walking, though it probably wasn't that long, it just was really interesting with all the things to look at. You find a clearing with a relatively fancy looking medieval town, and in it, and moving around it, you see lots of activity. There's airships, there's people carrying cargo, loading carts, moving stuff. It's just hustling and bustling. And I'll leave it there as you approach and tell me what you want described or where you want to go.
Well, I guess we will go towards the airships and kind of wander around and see if we notice like any ticket offices or what's going on.
Okay, you head down towards the airship, and the first thing you notice is there's a whole bunch of gnomes running around. And one of them kind of looks at you odd and runs off, and then another one comes running up and it's like, hey, kind of weird getting visitors here. What are you guys doing?
Oh, it's so nice here.
We're looking at potentially booking passage with one of your airships to Shurok.
Oh, uh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we're unloading right now. Uh, that should be fine. Hey, Steve, get over here. And he calls another one over, and you see the two of them kind of talk real quick to each other, and then Steve runs off, and he's like, "Well, come with me here. We're gonna walk over and see the captain."
Might I
And
ask, how friendly to the environment is this ship? Is this vessel?
well, I mean, we're basically carbon neutral here.
Well, see, there you go. Can't get much better than that, Castros.
Fascinating. So when one of you reproduces, do you kill an elderly to maintain the carbon equilibrium?
That's not quite how it works, but more or less, yes.
Fascinating.
Hey,
Also,
we're
when you
curious.
go to the bathroom, keep your receipts.
Alpha turns to the group. Do we require bathing?
No, he's talking about something else, Alpha.
Don't worry about it. It doesn't concern you.
Alpha, are you there?
Did it not come through?
Nope.
I don't think you did. I didn't hear you.
He just said, very well.
Ah. Well, okay, you guys go off and you see the captain. He's kind of up on the ship and not what you expected. It appears to be more of a elephant-shaped individual. You've seen or you've heard of this species before and definitely seems out of place surrounded by all these gnomes, but whatever. It's welcome to the Outer Realms. And
what species is this?
these are the elephant people. The Loxodon.
Okay, I was wondering. Got
Yeah,
it.
they're kind of bigger. They have tusks.
Yeah. An interesting breed of humanoid, to be sure.
Yeah, just kind of out of place, but so it kind of gives you a moment of pause. But generally, it's just like, okay.
Yes, it's true. We've seen a lot of strange beings.
And the captain looks down. It's like, oh, hello there.
Wilbur.
The captain is just like, oh, thank you for bringing them to me. Oh, what was your name again? And the little guy's like, Schmebular, and then runs off. Like, okay.
I'd walk.
Just I gotta throw in the random, Gravity Falls reference when I can.
You got
You got it. You just have to.
Yeah,
It's a requirement.
Oh, absolutely. So the captain's standing there, and he's just like, "Oh, would like passage."
Yes, we would.
Oh, well, come on board. We're almost done unloading.
He seems friendly.
All right, we'll do.
But for how long? I mean, you never know. You can't trust anybody. Especially after Dane opened a door on somebody who was like, oh yeah, I've been a druid before. Like an idiot.
Hey, you've got no room to talk, Mister. I'm just gonna take a random hand poking out of a tree and disappearing into the shadow realm, I should say. So just let it lie, Castros. Anyway, all right.
Let it go. Let it go.
You'll never
On the
see
airship
free
named
stride.
Stumps.
Awesome. All right, you pop up, and you all kind of, get acknowledgement, greeting each other, and the Loxodon kind of looks you over and kind of makes how do I put this? Makes an assessment, kind of you guys kind of looking at you, and then gives a nod and is like, well, if you would find a space, make sure to hold yourself in as best you can. This ride is not for the faint of heart. We'll be setting off shortly.
Okay. Do you happen to have below decks space, like a cargo hold or something?
Oh, yes, but you won't be able to see anything. You'll be in darkness.
Well, yes, but I'm guessing what's going to happen is some time in the middle of the voyage, this airship is actually going to kind of flip upside down, which is why you want us to wedge ourselves into something, right?
Well, yes, but that's the fun.
I like this guy. This guy's
Okay,
awesome.
so I'm just saying, if we're in, like, say, the hold, there'd be no chance of me actually falling out.
Okay, have it your way.
You have no sense of danger, Dane.
Well,
Where's the thrill?
I mean, I could tie myself to the mast, I suppose.
With what rope?
It's a ship. There's rope laying all over the place.
Maybe they don't want you to use their rope.
Maybe they don't have a choice. Anyway, all right. So sure, Dane's gonna look around for some random rope laying around.
Well, you can. As you look around, you notice everything is very neat and tidy. It's very well kept. There's no random rope. It's all tied off, here and there and wherever.
No rope for you.
Okay.
Basically, there's not loose rope you can just take, is what I'm saying.
Alpha just shakes his head and brings out his rope for everyone to use.
Well, didn't you tie off the rope and leave it?
Yep.
Oh wait, yeah, I don't have a rope.
Nope.
Never mind. Alpha doesn't do that.
Oh yeah, wait.
Oh yeah. Oops. All right. Well, so Dane's gonna kind of go around to the crew and ask, so how do you guys stay on the ship when it flips over?
Well, most of the crew, they just like, we're gnomes. We just hold on. It's fun.
Yeah, fun, Dane.
Says the person who can fly away if something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Minor details.
Exactly. These have no sense of danger. No fun.
All right. Well, since there's no available rope, and no one's being particularly helpful, Dane's just going to go down below decks.
Okay. All right, you go below decks. Does anyone else go with?
Ray will
No.
follow.
Okay.
Alpha wants
Ray
to
goes
see
down.
operations.
Enjoy the experience.
Yeah, Alpha's up top, as is Castros, I assume.
Yep.
Cool. All right. After you guys gonna get settled in down below, you feel the ship start to move. You hear a bunch of yelling as the entire vessel rocks back and forth. Now, for those that are on deck, it is
It was about
quite
to
the
rock.
ascent. They salute you, and you accelerate rapidly upwards, the port shrinking underneath. The captain starts pointing and ordering various things while walking up to the back where the wheel is. He grabs on the wheel and says, "All right, guess." Sorry, wrong voice for that one. "All right, guess. Get ready. I recommend getting near the mast." You guys move over towards the mast, or are you just going to stay on, like, the sides?
Moving over to the
I guess
mast.
we'll move towards the raft just in case.
Mast.
Mast. Why did I say raft?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have lifeboats here.
Do you have death boats?
True. Important question.
Oops. Sorry.
Yes, we call them caskets.
Ah, fascinating.
Good name, yes.
My God.
All right. So, the boat sways, rocking left to right, and I need everyone to make a dexterity check.
Just a general check.
You can do it as a save. It's fine. Everyone can just do a dex save and tell me what you get.
Ooh. Haha.
Ray got a 24.
Jeez.
22.
Jeez.
14.
Dane got an 18.
Wow, you guys are getting good at that.
Just a lucky roll.
Ray has a +5 in dexterity saving throws, so.
Wow. All right.
Actually,
Well,
roll well for a change.
Alpha has like
So-
+9.
jeez. Well, inside the hold, as the whole vessel rolls, Ray and Dane grab on to the netting that's there, and you just hold yourself steady, and the whole thing just shifts around. You can tell that this cargo hold is designed to help whatever's in it just shift from one side to the other as they flip.
Mhm.
And then up on deck, Alpha is just like one hand holding steadfast on the mast, just as it spins up and around. Whereas Castros, you tried to do the same. You're trying to look cool, and you slip and go flying towards the railing. So I'm gonna really quick have you make another deck save.
Can I do a reaction to see if I can grab him before he falls?
Well,
Well, goes that way. I have one hand
sure.
free.
Yeah, you have one hand free, so you have disadvantage.
All right. Dexterity?
Yeah, do a. Ooh, no, it's gonna. You're already dexed on to grab yourself and hold. This is gonna be strength
Strength. Okay.
because you're gonna have to grab Castros and hold him.
All right, so that's just a +1. Disadvantage. Ooh. That's good.
Sorry.
That's enough.
Oh, yeah, with it. Yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen. So you tried. You reached out and you like grabbed the tails of Castros's cape, and it just like slips through your fingers.
Let's see if I can
I
save.
tried.
Thank you! Oh, yeah. That second one was a 21.
Awesome. So you go sliding, you hit that railing, and you just sink your teethling claws in with both hands, and you hold fast onto it. What?
I have the cat claws stuff too now.
Oh, yeah, you got your cat claws. Yeah, you just lock on, and everything swings hard back and forth. And the captain, oh, that was a good one.
Dude, this is so fun. Fear of death has never been more thrilling.
All right, so you guys go floating down, and you see the quite rougher terrain of Shurok all around you. The mountains come down to what looks like almost a weather-beaten terrain. It's still, relatively mild, but it's like more of a volcanic field, but that's been grown over. So like Hawaii, like a year or so after a lava flow, so there's vegetation, but it's not quite, as verdant yet.
Okay.
But I'm trying to come up with a good description because it's like rougher than where you were, which is like a perfect peaceful meadow, but it's still like it's a heavenly plain. It's just not, perfect. It's the mountainous side of that. It's the place where you'll find like the gnomes, the rock gnomes would be super happy here.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Well, you float on down, and you see there's a bunch of gnomes running around on the ground, grabbing the ropes and pulling you in and holding down the ship. And the captain gives the order. All right, disembark.
All right. We
Quick journey.
right?
Well, this is we summarized a couple hours of, travel. Flying, like think of like a long ferry ride. Like you're ferrying from, I don't know, let's say Seattle, or you leave up north out of Seattle and you're going across through like whatever those islands are up there. Yeah, it takes a while. Is my point.
Got it.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, you guys are on the ground. You walk off the ship. You're here.
Are we going to go explore?
I don't know.
Yes.
Let's just go exploring.
Explore.
All right. Do you guys have a direction? Do you want to roll for anything?
Actually, I'll ask the captain.
So, Captain, we are here to do some mining. Do you happen to know where there are some mines around?
Oh, I'm just a transporter, but I know a lot of the gnomes. They work up there. And he points up a mountain, and kind of that away.
Perfect. Thank you. I think we should go that way.
You sure?
Yep.
So, as you start walking, you start noticing that there are little miners around, and there's places all over that are written like claimed, areas that are others are like, this is my space that I'm mining. You can't be here, type of thing.
Okay.
So,
All right. Well, let's see. I'm just gonna see if I can. So we see lots of signs, but we don't see any of the miners.
yeah, there's some miners like wandering around doing their thing. They all look kind of a little gruff, like not the happiest.
Yeah, but they're all gnomes, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up to one of the grumpy gnomes that I see and say, "Can I speak to the mine owner?"
He looks at you with a raised eye. We're all owners of our own mines here. We all do our own thing.
Perfect. Hey, so we're here to mine some ore. Do you have some decent decent veins in your mine?
Yeah, I guess so. It's good enough.
Okay. Well, I have a proposal for you. I've got a pretty
Cool special tool here, and how about would you let me mine for you, and in for payment I keep some of the ore.
He seems very suspicious as he's looking at you. He's like, why don't you go to that claim up there? He points like kind of up the road a bit, like, basically like kind of go to the next guy's place.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Well, you're lost. So I go to the next one.
All right. You go walking up there, and you notice that there's kind of like, how can I put this? There's one guy off in the distance. He's chiseling away doing his thing, and you're in kind of a span between the last guy and him, and suddenly you hear a wah, wah, kind of a sound of a dying giraffe.
Okay.
Description. I'm trained in medicine. Everyone, give it some air.
Well, it sounds like a dying giraffe. It's not a dying giraffe.
But you heard the sound as you're walking towards like the next spot down there.
Anyway, okay. So I look around for the source of the sound.
Okay. You're looking for it, so I guess again, give me a, what would this be?
Investigation.
Like a investigation? Yeah.
Ooh, not good.
Let's see. I believe that's a 10.
Ooh. Yeah, you don't particularly... You can't tell exactly where it's coming from. It's kind of off to the side.
Okay. Is anybody else interested at all in this?
Yes.
So are you going to do an investigation or a nature check or something?
Investigation. To check. Help right now. 15.
A lot better than
Hmm.
Alpha's 6.
Yeah. You look around and you don't find any type of giraffe, but you do notice a rather clean-looking European badger. You know, they look kind of like a skunk, black and white.
Right. Okay.
Is the animal injured?
No, it appears to be perfectly fine.
Is it sitting smoking a pipe? Like a gentleman?
No, it is. It's just kind of moseying along, kind of looking at you. Kind of wanders around.
It's so pretty. I'm gonna admire the badger.
Okay. Are you going to like maybe try and talk to the badger?
Good. Speak. Well, actually, no. I can cast speak with animals. Is it speaking English? Common.
Well, try common first and see what.
I'll be like, "Hello, Sir Badger. How are you today?"
You see it cock its head and realizing that it makes like eye contact with you, it turns invisible.
It's a fae. Maybe. Wait, Mr. Badger, come back. Do I happen to know if this is like a specific kind of badger, or is it just fae?
It looked European. I mean,
We know what Europeans are.
In swallow.
only in the naming of badgers.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, so just that looked European. That's all I know.
Yep, and then it suddenly disappeared. And a moment later, you do hear a voice, and it sounds like almost like a faint woman's voice on the wind, saying, "Don't go over there to the ore. Come up the mountain."
It's totally fae. All right. So do not follow the voice.
Yeah, we have a bad history of following strange, discombobulated voices.
We really do.
Yeah.
Wonder whose fault that is. Because it's definitely not mine.
Yeah. Where I'm just going to ignore it and go on to the next claim.
Okay. All right, you walk down to the next claim, and you see there's a little gnome there, kind of working away. It's like, oh, hey, what's up?
Oh, yes. Hey, I'm going to offer you the same deal I offered the gnome kind of down the way there a little bit. I would like to help you with your mining, and as for wages, I would just keep some of your ore.
Sounds pretty good. Roll a persuasion real quick.
Oh, no, not... You're asking a dwarf to roll persuasion again. Ugh. Yeah, that's just a 12.
He kind of is like, I can see why the last guy said no. You're not exactly the most persuasive.
No.
Well, it's like, well, I'll let you do it.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, point me at a promising ore vein, and I'll take some out for you.
Cool. Well, head up to the top of that. Well, you see where I'm at. Head around this big rock. Go right up there. Start swinging. And yell if you need anything. Hey, I'll be up in a minute to check on you. As he goes back to finish what he's doing. So what I'll have you do is we'll roll some pickaxe swings, which will be... Let's start with strength checks.
Okay.
And so I'll have you do... Well, hey, let's do this. First, we'll do a strength check. Take your first swing.
Okay. A 24.
Awesome. You bury the head of this thing into the ground and rip out a huge chunk of ground and expose the layer underneath. Do a Arcana check.
Okay. Ooh, nat 20.
You're like, yep, I hit the deposit straight on. Here it is. I've cleared it. We have identified it. We're going to pull it out of here. And right then the gnome comes running around and it's like, ooh, you found a good one. So he's looking really excited at it. It's like, yeah, I'm glad I said yes to you guys. You know, there's not much beyond me, mostly because of the dang druid up there. But let's get this thing out.
Okay. Yeah, so
It's druid then, is it?
Dane starts mining, and then as he's mining, he's like, what's this about the druid?
Oh, so I've got basically the last claim here. But everyone else, you notice, they spread out to the sides. There's supposedly some druid that lives in the mountains up there all alone. Real scary guy.
Okay. Does he have a problem with you guys mining in general? What's going on?
I don't know. I just stay down here. You know, occasionally you'll see some creature that he's communicating with run around. You know, different forms of things, and sometimes a skunk or something like that.
Oh, or possibly a badger?
I don't know what one of those is, but sure, why not?
Okay. All right.
Anyway,
Well,
let's get this ore out of here.
Yep.
Take another swing. Put your back into it. Really dwarf it up.
Well, last swing was a pretty good swing. Can't promise
those
it'll be that good. Oh, Jesus. This next one's not good. It's 10.
Yeah, it hits the top and blasts up a big thing, and he's like, "Ah, my eye! Damn it! What are you doing?"
You.
I know. I expect me to have like 2 or 3 good rolls, and it just doesn't happen with me.
So, yeah, try that one again.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's even worse. 9.
He's like, "What are you doing, man? Jeez, you were doing so good. You cleared all the ground. You found the perfect spot, and then now you're coating me. We don't exactly bathe up here. Now look, I'm picking chunks of your whatever out of my hair."
Okay, the next swing's a 24.
All right, cool. Yeah, you hook the thing in, and it just blasts a piece out. And he's like, "Finally, good job. All right, that's a good-looking one."
All right, I just tell him, okay, just stand well back of me, because apparently I'm a little bit wild in my swinging here. And don't worry, I'll get the job done for you.
Good. So he moves out of the way and goes start staring up the mountain. His eyes are searching around. He's like, "Yeah, let's get that ore out of here and get moving. I don't see any movement right now, but I've got a bad feeling about this."
All right, so I roll I score a 24 again.
Sweet. Well, you're good. You've got plenty.
I figure I gotta, mine enough for him and for me, so...
I know. I just figured that a couple of good swings is probably good. You know.
Okay, perfect. All right.
All right, so I'm like, hand him. Here's your I've cleaned out for you.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
And
Puts
how
that
much
away.
fair of you for me to keep?
Oh, how much did you need? Just a couple pounds? Something like that? Go for it.
All right, perfect. So I guess I take what I need.
Cool.
Okay. I'm assuming this is like really rich ore, and I'm not going to need a whole lot.
It's very dense, yes.
Okay, so cool. All right, sounds good. So I kind of ask him. So what's the issue? Why were you looking up the mountain and saying you have a bad feeling about this?
He points and he's like, "Storm's coming. See that right there? Doesn't get too rough, but when it does, foul wind blows down here. And like I said, I don't trust that damn druid up there."
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Castros, did you want to go say hi to your fellow druid, or?
Well, from the looks of it, he doesn't seem very friendly like me. But he's more interesting than those other old farts around the stupid hippie druid camp, so maybe, perhaps.
Well, I mean, yes or no. We can just go back to the airship and continue on.
Yeah, I would like to see him.
All right. So I think the gnome for his time, and then I guess we head up the mountain.
He's like, don't go that way.
And I say, well, I point at Castros. My friend here is a druid as well, so they just want a little professional confab. So don't worry, we can take care of ourselves.
He looks horrified. He's like, "One of them? You had one of their kind here? God, you deceitful! That's the last time I trust a dwarf."
Really? How much ore did you end up with because of me?
He's just angry. He just stomps off. Gnomes are small. A little bit of emotion goes a long way.
Okay.
That's not my problem, he's being druidcist.
Yes, he should channel this anger towards something more appropriate, like dragons.
What if it's a druid dragon?
Exactly. You make a valid point. You must go inspect this to see if it is worthy of death.
All right then.
I feel so loved by my companions.
What? I haven't said anything. What are you so sensitive about?
I wasn't being specific.
Anyway, all right. So
It's
we
not like you're a
kinda
dragon or something.
And I could be one.
Actually, you can be. You turn into a silver wormling.
Yeah, but it's fundamentally different. That's just Castros doing dragon face.
Right.
That's the acceptable racism.
Mm-hmm. It is mocking the true nature, rather than actually being part of the true nature.
Yeah, it's all fine now, but in like 20, 30 years when the pictures come out, it's just going to be terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway, okay. So on up the mountain we go.
Hi-ho!
Oh, hi ho. All right. So you go climbing the mountain, and after a little ways, then all of a sudden, let's see, a single rock comes flying out of nowhere and buzzes right in front of your face, and you whip to your vision over to where it came flying from, and you see that badger again.
Is he badgering us?
Yes.
Oh wait, I know what I can do. I'll speak Druidic. So I'll speak Druidic
Okay.
like, hey, I'm a druid like you. All the other druids I've known are really, really lame, so I wanted to meet you.
And you get a feeling that when you're actually here, we don't have an intuition in this. Roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
23.
You get the feeling that when you say a druid like you, there's kind of like a expression of disgust and sneering. You get the feeling that what you're seeing there is not a druid.
Oh. Well, at least people say you're druid. But they understand druidic.
Yeah, sure. In fact, you even hear some of that language coming back at you, but it's not correct. It's almost like it's being mimicked.
Are you not druid then? I ask. It's just like...
There's kind of a mouthing of words, but nothing that you can make out.
Hmm.
Okay. He thinks this is not a druid we're facing.
Is my initial thought, and it's Fae?
And let's see. I need to look up one thing really quick. All of a sudden, make a wisdom save really quick.
Of course.
All of us, or just Castros?
No, just Castros.
18.
Okay. You are fine, but you recognize the words that came out as kind of a series of insults.
Oh, well. I take that offensively, sir.
All right. Well, Castros, what do you want to do? So this is not apparently a druid. Do you still want to go on up there, or do you want to just kind of turn around and go back down?
It might be Fae. I don't know how to approach Fae. I might ask again then, are you Fae? And try and get a response or something. What are you then?
It narrows its eyes and vanishes again and runs off. Like, disappears, completely invisible.
Okay.
This is the most interesting thing we've ever met, though.
So you want to keep going?
A bit, yeah.
All right. We'll continue going on up the mountain.
All right, you go up a bit further, and you hear a kind of a crunching sound coming from above you. It's like rocks being, smashed against each other and pushed around. And then all of a sudden, a bunch of plants spring up in front of you, followed by a humanoid entity wearing a mask with antlers coming out to the side. It's holding a staff with like a ram skull on the end. There's a belt with little throwing knives and little animal skulls on the side. And it just looks at you and is like, "What are you doing on my mountain?"
I just wanted to see you. You seem like a cool guy. That's it.
I am the Archdruid Haldane.
No, so you're the
What are you doing here?
We saw a badger friend a while ago. You know anything about that? They didn't seem like a badger.
They are a familiar of mine. They are not a badger at all, but a hag I ensnared into service many years ago.
That makes sense why she was very upset, yeah.
Okay. I see. Well,
Well, just want to meet you. I think I'm good now.
all right.
All the other druids I met are pansies, so it's nice to know there's at least one other decent druid out there. Good seeing you. I'll just turn and leave.
Ooh. Pansies? Who is your strongest warrior?
What do you? I'm not saying you're a pansy. I'm saying all the other druids I've met are pansies. You misunderstand me, sir.
I misunderstand nothing.
Hmm.
I am demonstrating for you the power of a druid.
Hey, I already kind of know that though, so I don't really need you to teach me. No, I'm good. I'm good. We're just gonna leave.
So Dane pipes up and says, "So, what circle druid are you?"
I am an archdruid. All circles bend their knee to me.
Ah, okay. Well, that would definitely make you really scary. Okay.
I don't really care for the social stuff.
Let's see. All right. Well, I think we're good. All right.
Yeah, we're
well,
good. I
we'll
just
just
wanna
kind of head back down the mountain. We'll see you later.
Yep, see you. Maybe you
He's
should let
just
that
like-
hag away. She doesn't seem very happy. Alright, bye.
He's just holding the hand out. What the hell?
Set expectations, especially when someone thinks they're better than me.
Uh,
I couldn't give a crap, my good sir. Goodbye. Farewell. See you later.
Anyway, have fun on your mountain. Pretty lonely.
Yeah, it does look kind of lonely. Have fun. I'm sure you get bored really often.
He's just like, fine, piss off. And
Screw you, dude.
as you guys go, just because he's being a dick. Let's see. Okay, Dane, Alpha, Ray, and that's yep, and Castros. Oh, interesting. Oh, 12. Castros does a 15 beat your AC.
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. So let's see. Everyone else though gets hit by a little ironwood dart for 8 piercing damage.
Right.
Really?
That's
Yep,
so funny, dude.
Alpha stops dead in his tracks, and you see his eyes start to darken. Anyone want to say anything to him before he decides to follow through with what you've trained him to do?
Honestly, no. I'd like to see you whoop his ass.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if no one says anything, Alpha turns his head and then just zooms in and begins pummeling at this guy.
Okay.
All right. We're going to do, like, basically it's almost like a blink of an eye that he moves over because he
Yeah.
can't have been that far away. So after he gets hit, you see him turn his head and then zoom, runs over, and it's
I mostly was
for-
trying to make a joke about him just being a dick, but all right.
All right.
Go for
well,
it.
First hit is going to do 2 flurry of blows. First hit was a 19.
Yep.
Second one was a nat 20. Third one was a
Oh, geez.
23. Fourth one was 18. The fifth one was 27. And the sixth one was 20.
Wow. So let's see. Actually, let's see. So 2 of those do not hit.
Okay.
But you did get a nat 20 in there. So, I guess give me Well, at least you gave me the second roll on that. Well, we'll do double damage on that one. But you want to go ahead and just start rolling your damages?
Do you want me to roll the nat 20 or not?
Just do. For this level of creature, it's more appropriate to just do the double damage.
All right. So
I'm just I want to see how much damage you're doing when you just go in and do this.
All right. So first roll was 6, which was the normal hit. Second roll is 13, so double damage on that one. The third hit is 13, and the fourth hit is 12. So that's 26, 39, 49, 51, 57 damage.
Awesome. So that's great. He'll take a bunch of blows and just be like, "Holy crap! Not what I expected." So he'll basically do this thing where he tries to disengage by hitting you and running. Which is
For an archer druid, you're a coward.
Well, he's all right. Fine. Hold on. Alpha, what is your AC? I'll just roll this up really quick.
That's one
21.
21. All right. Let me just get my spreadsheet up. And
You had to provoke him. Alpha just wanted to retaliate.
No, I get it. I get it. All right. Well, he's gonna. Let's see. Roll for that. That misses. Okay. So he is going to use an Oaken Slam, including that nat 20 that he actually rolled there. So oh, that's not cool. Oh my god, this is dumb. Okay, so he uses the ability Oaken Slam.
Oh god.
And after you hit him a bunch of times and he goes 4 and just whacks you and sends you flying back down the mountain. He does 60 bludgeoning and 84 force damage and then disappears up the hill.
Oh, Alpha
Jeez.
is very much incapacitated at this stage.
All right. Well, I think we need to go down the hill and help Alpha really quick.
Right? I was totally ready to go all elemental on him, but I guess he ran.
Yeah, I think discretion's better than valor right now.
He's
All right.
being a butt, he deserved it.
Well, yes.
I mean, at least Alpha's not dead. He's just mostly dead.
Mostly
You
dead.
want me to just use Cure Wounds then?
Yes, please.
I'm at around negative 60 hit points. Yeah, there, give or take.
That's a 27 to cast. Let's see.
Yeah, you're gonna want to use your Moonstone on this one.
I do. Cure Wounds, we'll use it in a third level spell slot. Like, 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. This would be, so it's 3d8. So 13 plus 8 doubled.
13 plus 8 is 21.
That's still
Double is
not-
42.
Normally that's enough. Oh wait, no, I have to add it on every time. Add another 16 onto that, and then double. 13 plus 16, 30,
13 plus 16 is 29.
29 doubled, which is
58.
58. Jeez. Well, I can do it again. So it's like, so...
Yeah,
because
so use the
after
third.
that, Alpha is still incapacitated.
Yeah.
Alright, 58, we'll do it again. That's a... whatever, it casts.
Yeah.
Okay, that's much better rolls.
I would assume
19.
that you would have to do a second level spell slot for the second casting, right?
I just didn't know if they're both spell slot, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay, you did multiple. Got it.
I'm not lame like you and only have one per spell slot. That's 19 plus 24 doubled. So it's like
19 plus
35. Wait. 45 doubled.
90.
So 90. You get 90 back. There you go.
All right,
Nice.
so Alpha's he gets back up at half health. and
Yeah.
With 90 on that?
well, he's at 3/4 health.
Okay.
He was at negative 20 plus 90. Yeah, puts him about he's like 80%. And
Gotcha.
as the light flows through him, you just see his eyes open back up and say, "Ouch."
Yeah, I would say so. All right, well, I'm guessing we don't need to tackle this Archdruid right now. He kind of...
Sure, he's still kind of lame, though.
Well, yeah.
I mean, personality-wise.
We can always come back and deal with him later when we're stronger. I guess.
He's just kind of being a butt.
He is being a butt. I
All
would
right. Well, you pick. Okay. You 100% what?
agree with that he's being a butt.
Yeah.
I mean, Alpha, you don't feel a real urge to go back up the mountain and try and hit him again, do you?
Not particularly at this stage. He seems kind of like trying to shake his arms. Yeah, get himself straightened back out.
All right. Let's just quit while we're behind. And off to the airship we go. We have what we came for anyway.
Awesome. You guys walk down and you find that you have to... They're loading right now, so it's going to be a little while. And as you sit, you kind of start to talk to the people. And let's see. You guys, in your talking, someone do like a religion check.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that'd be up Alpha's alley.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't use it very often, but he is proficient in it.
True.
That's a 20.
Awesome. So there's a bunch of discussion with the local miners coming in, exchanging their ore, and basically what you find out is that the druid up on the top is basically like an exiled god that is more or less stuck there. So they can only mine so far. His influences can only go so far. And basically everyone just doesn't want to deal with him.
Right. Well, we can see why. He's kind of a hard guy to deal with.
Yeah. He's basically Artemis.
Not the actual Artemis.
No, Artemis, the black oil creature from Star Trek Next Generation, the one that kills Tasha Yar.
Oh, I never actually saw that episode.
Oh. Denise Richards. Or whatever her name was. Crap. Anyway.
Yep. It wasn't Denise Richards.
No, it wasn't. It was the other one.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone was really upset when she died.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a lot of show issues.
Okay.
Denise
Uh,
Crosby, that was who it was.
Got it. All right. Well, I would love to explore that further, but probably should stay on task. But it
Yeah,
sounds
no,
like I really want to hear this story.
yeah, he's just there's they thought that it was the best place to torture him was to send him there, so that's why he's stuck there.
No, I was talking about Denise Crosby in Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Oh, uh, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on with Rick Berman and that. Though it's interesting, the episode that came out after the next one after that, the one with the two planets that are like fighting over what they call medicine, which is actually a drug addiction. You can actually see her in the background, like waving goodbye in the cargo bay right as the door closes.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Strange. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so we're waiting for them to load.
All right, you wait for them to load. You find out some of the lore. You find out why, basically, that all happened, and what's going on up there, which is kind of fun. You're just kind of learning new things, and eventually you get on board, and you get to ride. The captain informs you that they would very much like you to not be below deck this time, because if the cargo breaks free, you could be crushed to death. Though they won't necessarily stop you, they just recommend that if you really want to be safe, you could like tie yourself to the mast or something.
All right. Well, so there is some extra role playing around. Got it.
No, it's not extra rope. It's the sheets for the sails that you could tie yourself with.
Okay. Well, all right. I guess Dane will do his best.
Awesome. Well, you tie yourself on as best you can. Here, make a sleight of hand check.
Oh, jeez. All right. Let's. I don't think I have any bonuses on that. Of course not. That's a dex thing, and he's not dexterous. Oh, 19.
Oh, you did great. Perfect
Yeah.
knot.
Nice. I'm like, yes. Yeah, you got to know knots when you're a minor.
Right.
You think about it. You got to, use a lot of rope in mining.
True. All right, you hook yourself on, you get yourself tied in, you're set. Does anyone else want to do the same, or are you just going to ride it out like you did before?
Write it out. Ray will write it out.
All right. Alpha, Castros.
Alpha wraps his hand around the rope just in case. He's still feeling a little beat
Right
up.
on.
Yeah, I might keep my claws dug in, but other than that.
All right. Well, you guys take off, and you're going upwards towards that great flip point in the sky. And I guess the only one. Let's see. So Dane is safe, and we'll say Alpha and Castros, go ahead and do your dex checks with advantage.
It's a good thing I had advantage. It was 12 for the first roll. Next one's 23.
Okay, you're good.
Anyone.
One, you're good. And then Ray, go ahead and make a regular one.
Dex save.
Yep.
22.
Oh yeah, you're solid. You're like, geez, you guys need advantage, really? So yeah, you sail right through it, and you make it around, and it's really nice now being on deck. Those who were not on deck before, and even those who were, you got to see the landscape, moving away from him. Now you're descending, and you just see this, gorgeous, lush forest. coming into view from a big blobby green into the defined tops. You get to see the lines between the canopy where the trees reach out and almost touch each other but don't intertwine. They just stop shy. And you see your landing place and all the activity. At first it's like ants running around, and then they become more into view and become more defined, and eventually the ship comes down and just ever so gently gets pulled to the ground by the little guys on the ropes, and they get you tied in and moored, and you're ready to depart.
All right, perfect. We disembark.
Awesome. Well, you are back on the ground and have the ore you came for.
All right, we shall head back in the direction we came from, looking for that portal again.
Awesome. Just for fun, we should see. Let's see, what would be a good one? History? No. Let's do a nature check. See how well you can follow your way back, because it is a thick wood.
Ray is a ranger, so forest being...
that's right. Yep, never mind. Cancel that. Ray will get right through. Ray's just like, yep, I got this. Follow me, guys.
Yeah. I'll be our guide.
Awesome. Well, you find your way back to that pool you came in.
All right, sounds good. All right, Dane's gonna attempt to jump in the pool.
Cool. You cannonball in and disappear under the surface.
Oh, fantastic. Do I crawl back out on the other side?
You pop back out on the other side in a nice little forward somersault, landing on your feet. And there's just happens to be some like little kid that was on the side of the fountain, sees you, and really quickly writes a 10 on a little piece of bark and holds it up for you.
Perfect.
What about the others?
Yeah, is anyone else going to follow me?
Alpha
Yep.
brings up the rear, grabbing the rope and pulling it back through as he jumps in.
Very nice. I dig it. All right, you go through, you grab the rope, you yank it up behind you, or out in front of you, I guess, and pull it off the statue. You guys have returned to Sigil.
Yay, yes. All right.
Another journey done.
Yep. One more left to go, so I guess we're going to head to the nearest, inn/tavern and rest, and Alpha needs to lick his wounds some more, metaphorically Alpha. And I'm sure Ray would love a beer right now.
Would I?
Well, awesome. You guys make it back to your now favorite watering hole. As Ray walks in, everybody apparently now knows her name. Like,
Ray!
It's their little ray of sunshine.
Yeah.
I ain't nobody's ray of sunshine. Bartender, give me a beer.
Just like Norm from Cheers. Hello, everybody.
yep. Pretty much.
All right. So Ray's guzzling a pint as opposed to a half pint. They come in pints?
Pints, quarts. Or wait, pints, half pints, and quarts.
That was a Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring reference.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I think it was Mary. Was it Mary? He brings a... What is that? It's just a pint. They come in pints? Yeah. Awesome.
Reminds me of one of the local breweries used to sell hogsheads. You could go in and it was 2.5 gallons.
Oh, geez. That's a lot of beer.
Yep.
I have a hard time finishing off a growler.
Well, this was meant for a multiple.
A party.
Yeah, I didn't really actually have a plan for him. He was just a guy that I found on the listing in the lore that someone had written up, and I was like, yeah, we'll just throw him in for fun and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, but after taking 60 points of damage and just kind of blinking a little bit, and then doing 120 points of damage, I think it's good to not pursue that particular confrontation.
It wasn't 120. It was
Yeah.
140.
Oh, I'm sorry, 140.
Yeah.
That is worse.
Yeah, by about 20 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Alpha. I knew you could take it though.
Yeah. Really? Like, what was it, 20 more points and he would have been instant killed?
Oh, yikes! Yeah.
He could have taken it. What, 20 more points and I would have been dead? Oops.
You did take it!
Yeah. I just was following the write up, and I didn't even think about how much damage that was going to be. But yeah, sorry, what?
No. I was just thinking how that would have been just really, really bad.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like the write up is so just over the top. Like the ironwood dart, those things. Like the only reason that he missed Castros is because I almost critically failed. Like,
Right.
and basically the reason he ran was because of Alpha's nat 20 just hurt him a lot. Basically I figured it hit him in a vulnerable area. There we go.
Oh, okay. But you couldn't allow him to have the potential of being insta-killed because he was a exiled god, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Can't kill a god
If
without
we
a special weapon.
I'd just be like, I'm king of the forest now. If a druid kills the archdruid, they
Oh,
become
you
the
keep
arch-
what you kill, so Alpha would become king of the forest.
Yeah, got a point.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that would have made what's the druid god? Sylvan?
There's multiple.
The main
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah, Sylvan.
I don't know that would have made Sylvan incredibly happy because, Alpha would be like cutting down all the trees in the name of progress.
True. I'll become the new archdruid.
Yeah. I am the druid of progress.
Yeah. So
Um,
eventually everything becomes concrete and steel.
No, not necessarily. You have to have renewable fuel sources and stuff, so he would promote, sustainable logging.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and you have to
must
also
be-
clean the air from the forges and everything, so you can't just do a complete clear cutting. But everything would be very, very structured. None of this,
Yeah.
willy-nilly grow here and there.
You would be a most benevolent dictator.
Yes, exactly.
Efficiency above all. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Lifeform. Efficiency has dipped 5%. You're below the line. You must now die.
Yes, exactly.
Make
It's not
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
If it's not working in benefit of the greater good, then it is a liability.
for the good of the community.
It must be discarded.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think Pol Pot had a similar vision.
Minor
Yeah,
details.
something like that.
Minor details. Oh my goodness. All right. Awesome.
Cool. Well, sorry if this was a little boring, but yeah.
No, it was fine.
Boring. I got hit like a
Okay.
golf ball by a god.
You gotta. It's good. It's good for pacing. I mean, we can't have a a crazy thrill ride every episode. We had actually quite a lot of action last episode. So
That's true. It was quite action packed.
Whether we
So-
wanted it or not. Someone kept opening doors. Being like, oh, well, they say they're a druid. It must be them inside this prison. Prisoners never lie.
man, you guys are just piling on top. I'm just upset I missed the treasure room, the one door I decided not to open.
Yeah. Oh, but imagine us
Yeah, but
trying to fight
to
off
be-
7 mimics.
Exactly. I was gonna say, to be fair, remember what happened when Alpha got bitten by one mimic?
No, actually, I don't.
I was early on. He basically got chomped.
It was pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pain.
It was pain. He survived. It's all good.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.
Pain, but not death.